Shalom, giving our glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and much love, honors and blessings, salutations to the elect of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, which hold their conduct, composure, and integrity. All right, this is the brother Yaakov Wall, just making a video. I want to go over the entire chapter of Psalms 73. All right, because something that, I was talking to some bros earlier about in the week. Salakia. We were just going into reasons why certain brothers talk about certain topics quite a bit. And I put in my 2 cents because it had kind of dawned on me that it makes sense why I would talk about Esau all the time on my videos. And if it's not talking about Esau, it's about, endurance or strength, confidence, holding fast, and from time to time, it's scattered with things of, rebuke, edification, history, this and that, just an encompassment of everything that we talk about. But the main thing I'm always talking about, especially when I go out by myself, when I'm not up in the camp on the weekends that I go up, I talk about Esau and the destruction of his place coming a lot. And it was because I realized, just like last week, that I've been among Esau my whole life. I actually grew up in their fashion as far as, I have parents who are really wealthy, and, I was well off growing up as a child, growing up into a man. And then when I left, that's when I started experiencing, this aspect of life. And so I got to see both sides of life, man, the life of Jake and the life of Esau. And I'll say this as a personal experience and testimony. The life of Esau is, as the scriptures say, it can be envious at times because, like Psalm 73 is going to go into, man, they seem to prosper and there seems to be no troubles. Their troubles are not like how Jake's are, man. They don't have to worry about baby mamas as much, child support, just, being pulled over by the police all the time, or just going outside and just having to worry about where you're going to be at, or their plans aren't ruined as much, And Salakia, to get again personal, but there were times when my parents, my father would plan out trips for us. I've been around the whole country, man. I've been around parts of the world. And my father would tell me about these things 2 years in advance, year in advance. He'd come to me and tell me, hey, son, we're planning on going to this trip. We already got everything stored up, stocked up, bought tickets, this and that, and nothing hindered it, as I was growing up. And, being on my own now, transitioning to this side now, I saw that lifestyle was vain, because if I were to continue to that way, man, I would not know the truth, So, there's a lot more that could be said, but I don't want to make it about me. But the reasoning for why I wanted to make this lesson was because, even to this day, I'm still among nothing but Edomites. We are all around Esau, but I live in a state, in a part of the state where it's literally just Esau. At my recent job, I was the only Jake there, the only Jake. All right, there was 200 something plus employees. I was the only Jake. Job before that, there was one Judite, and that was it. And besides me, so that would have been 2 Jakes among 1,000 plus employees. So you can see, the view that I gotta witness, is primarily among Esau. So I get their lashback, their emotions, and why they're always touchy and sensitive, and just, I just want to be an asshole right now and just say bitch made. The brother Atazawan, man, made a comment last camp And he said Esau could have never went through what Jake went through in captivity, and that's for damn sure. You rustle up a couple of feathers of Esau, man, and he's ready to blow the whole world up. Jake had to go through that stuff, man, and we had to take it, and we took it, But seeing in the balance, it just feels unfair, And that's what you're going to see right here in Psalm 73, which I'll go ahead and get into it. But I want to also give an admonishment, man. At the end of the day, man, we're not supposed to be envious of this way. Yeah, it's a temptation of the flesh, because who doesn't want to be in a good estate? Who wouldn't want to be able to see the world and be free from cares and troubles and have financial security, and who wouldn't want those things, man? But this is something that is toyed above Jake's head, at the end of a string and a stick, just dangling above our heads, man, as a fucking taunt and a mocking, But regardless, man, it's better off to go through what we go through now with the trials, tribulations, afflictions, sufferings, so that we can get our gratification later, man. And that's something that you got to always remember. So without further ado, this is Psalm 73 and verse 1. It says, a psalm of Asaph. It says, truly the Most High is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart. You have a scripture in Baruch, the second chapter, Salakia, when it goes into the Baruch had said that the Most High had pronounced well upon us. You see only punishments and rebukes, but you don't see what's at the end. All Israel was originally designed to be vessels of pure hearts. All right, all Israel. But our 2/3 of our people, you don't possess that in this time. But the Most High is truly good, man, because when you look at how he sets up ones that he really truly does hate, the ones that he really does not like, and I'm talking about the so-called white man, then you understand why this man is in the position he is in today, because he set up this man for a great fall. So the Most High still is on our side. It says, but verse 2, but as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. All right, Asaph is saying that he almost lost it, because he's seen the prosperity of the wicked. He thought, we all thought it was unfair. It's unfair that this devil, as wicked as he is, as much evil that he commits on the earth, he still prospered. Israel did a little bit of wickedness, and we went into pure captivity. It says, for I was envious at the foolish. Now there are many other aspects and examples you can use to hit on these, but these are things I want to go into because there's a point behind it. It says, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Yeah, it can become tempting at times, man. It sucks. It sucks seeing this devil, all right, be above us, and no harm comes to him. It sucks that you can hear this man come to you the next day and be like, man, I just bought another house. I got married. I got some money in the bank. My family's there to help. My friends are there to help. My name is good among the community. This is bitter to Israel because, we work our ass off to try to, even Jake in their destroyed state, man, they still try to find a sense of, peace with the hell that they go through, but yet they still receive the plagues. They still receive the trouble. All right. They're still being, prey to the predator. All right. The hunter, Esau, you could be literally a good model citizen, as a Jake, according to the statutes and the status, or what you would want to define as, model in this time, and you still be looked at like a nigga, like a spick, It's, it sucks. And sometimes you can be tempted to be like, man, this is fucking bullshit, man. Not even as far, I'm not saying as far as like to the Lord. I'm saying like, it is. It's bullshit, man, that we gotta, that we work and labor our ass off, and yet we still come back with nothing. We do things, you know, just exhausting ourselves only to come back with nothing. Esau can entreat the harsh, regulations, the oppressive little, commands from their bosses and this and that. But it's different with Jake. It just sucks. It says they are not in trouble as other men. They get away with things. But we know why. It's because it's their kingdom. An Edomite can talk to you a certain way. An Edomite can talk to a Jake at his job a certain way and not get in trouble. But a Jake talked to him exactly the same way back, and that Jake gets fired. That Jake gets, ostracized, or immediately the Edomite wants to fuck him up. It says they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. And with Esau, man, he's not in any of these situations. Yeah, we're seeing the curses starting to slowly come to him. Some brother told me, or he said to us the other day, he overheard, I can't remember who said it, but the brother was saying that, he rolled the window down and he heard, this white bitch talking about being put on child support, or something was wrong with the child support. When did you ever hear about Edomites having to struggle with child support? Man, that's a Jake thing, But, it doesn't affect them the way that it affects Jake. We know the system is made to totally destroy, despise, put us at a demise So that's why it works on Jake, and it doesn't with Esau. Esau can overcome things like that. They can do nothing, and the system still work out in their favor. Like Dave Chappelle said, man, about some dude who he was in like the biggest trouble ever as a white man. He said in a law or in a society where the system is designed for him to win, he's failing miserably. This system was made, this empire was made for the white man to rule and to be on the top, man. Like I was watching something, and I don't want to be rambling on too much, but I was watching the origin of the no trespassing signs. And they actually originally went back, Esau used to have Jake as slaves. And when it was them being slaves, when it was Jacob being slaves, Esau had to be the one to feed them. But Esau would reap all the fruits, the vegetables, everything that they were having Jake get. And Jake had to be fed by Esau. Well, once slavery was abolished, so-called abolished, the no trespassing signs was done away with. Well, there was no trespassing sign. There was no trespassing signs when Esau came to quote unquote colonize to America. All right. Because no trespassing basically means it was a crime to go onto that person's land because they had vegetation, whatever. But when Jake came over here to America, there was no trespassing signs. Esau didn't have that. That was an English thing, I believe, or back to England. But Jake was able to survive off the land, and they didn't need Esau to feed them or give them food or to work for them. So Esau put up no trespassing signs back up in America because it hindered Jake from being able to go throughout the land in the wild to get, food, to crop the land. All right. And Esau ultimately took all the land back to where we got to go to him for everything, So again, it's so unfair, man. Again, man, they are not in trouble as other men. They were able to push and work oppressiveness and wickedness. They were able to push their unrighteous decrees. This goes into Revelations, the 13th chapter, how they were able to speak how they had the power to speak against the Most High blasphemies and great things, man. They were able to, their lives were able to actually, be declared. They were able to instill and implement it. Nobody could stop them, But it says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. This is Esau, they literally envelop pride. They're the personification of pride. If you want to look at a person and ask to look at what pride looks like, this is them. All right? It says violence covered them as a garment. I mean, we ain't even got to really talk about that, man. Esau is a violent man. He takes if he doesn't get it. And if he doesn't get it, he has a fit and becomes bloody about it. Their eyes stand out with fatness. Oh, look at that. It's like their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. You know? And that's true. From the lowest of Edomites to the highest of Edomites, man. Every Edomite, enjoys their time in America. And they have more than they could wish, man, because whether it's a fucking spirit because they are poor off and they're crackheads, they still about their life. They don't care. That's the thing, man, with Esau, man. He has an actual I don't give a fuck spirit, man. And he uses it to just live in total ignorance and bliss. It says they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. I used these two workers I was working with at this job, man. They were speaking wickedly concerning oppression. One of these motherfuckers said, if slavery was a thing, I would have helped the slaves. I would have been on the Underground Railroad helping them get through. And I look at this bitch like, you are dumb as hell, man. You would not have been doing that shit. She also said that she would have, if she was rich, she would have been a nice rich woman. Get the fuck out of here, man. I made fun of her for that. The other one, man, this dude, man, he was, saying that, black people, bitch about not having black coaches in the NFL, but yet 85% of the players are black. Like, what more do you want us to give you, man? We've given you the ability to play in the NBA, man. We took the statues down. Like, what else can you bitch about? Like, fuck you, man. Seriously. Fuck you. Who the fuck are you, man? That's speaking wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. Do you know the origin behind the statues that you've put up to to make as an icon? That speaks on the behalf of what you fucking are about, man. He mentioned the Teddy Roosevelt with Jake, on both sides, Judah and Gad. Do you know what that goes back to? Do you know what you fucking did to our people, man? Do you know the hell that you committed to our people? Do you know what you've done to our people, man? I can't say certain words on here, man. Otherwise my video will get cut down. But you've been disgusting to Israel. All right. Esau has been disgusting. Even the other nations never did what you actually did to us, man. Okay. You got videos of Esau, chugging beer through a fucking fish. That's not right. That's fucking weird, man. And that's the man that you got running this fucking earth. Fucking belugas. Because they couldn't, and this is the man that when he speaks, everybody holds it as gospel. He's never wrong. He tells the world to get over it from slavery, and the world moves on. But do you know? Because it's sugar-coated. That's the thing. Esau's history is sugar-coated. I've done videos, man, about buck breaking, what they would do, what tools they created. But today, man, everything is sugar-coated. And when the truth does come out, it's fucking hate speech. Like, come on, man. It says they set their mouth against the heavens and their tongue walketh through the earth. Yeah, they set their mouth against the heavens. Yeah, thinking they're blessed for what they've done on this earth. Thinking the mark that they left, or that they've been leaving is accepted. It says, therefore his people return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. And they say, how doth the Most High know? Because the outcome of all this pride, the lofty spirit, the haughtiness that you've exhibited throughout the planet with your violence, eventually it's going to come back on you. All right? The pit that you dug, you're going to return into it. You're going to fall within it. That's why you say, how doth the Most High know? And is there knowledge of the Most High? Because these elites, they know that the Most High is watching. They know the Lord exists. They know he's coming back. And that's why they ask, how does he know? We have these secret councils. We go into our bunkers. We talk about it. Soundproof rooms, 3-foot concrete inch, vault rooms, no bugs. How does he know? How can he see through that? Because you're carnal, man. Esau is a carnal based man. No spirit in him, with no spiritualness in him at all. Remember, the scriptures say that the bones are full of the sin of his youth, man. There's a huge hatred in him. All right. It says, behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. But check this out, man. Verily, I have cleansed my heart in vain and washed my hands in innocency. For all the day long have I been plagued and chastened every morning, which is true, man. This is what we deal with. And we got to see this shit every day. And it's exhausting because the same man that oppresses you comes back the next fucking day and does it all over again. And we got to watch it. See, let me get something real quick. I actually had this in Ecclesiastes, the 4th chapter, in the 1st verse. It says, so I returned and considered all the oppressions that are done under the sun. This is Solomon, by the way, speaking. It says, so I returned and considered all the oppressions that are done under the sun. And behold, the tears of such as were oppressed. Who are the ones that are oppressed? All right, the Israelites. It says, and they had no comforter. And on the side of their oppressors, there was power, but they had no comforter. This is lining up with what I'm reading in Psalm 73. All right. We got to continually go through what we go through. Yes, we do know that we do believe to the fullest at the very end of this all, we are going to be saved and delivered. All right. We do believe this, but we're not out of this right now. We still got to entreat it. We got to embrace it. All right. We still got to go through the hell. All right. We got to witness this devil continue to prosper in his vanity and pride, But it says, and they had no comforter. And on the other side of the oppressors, which is Esau, there was power, but they had no comforter. Wherefore I praise the dead which are already dead more than the living which are yet alive. Yet better is he than both they which have not yet been, who have not seen the evil work that is done under the sun. It says, again, I considered all travail in every right work, that for this a man is envied of his neighbor. This is also vanity and vexation of spirits, because at the end of the day, man, it was all for nothing. All right? It's all for nothing. All right? You don't want to be envious of the wicked, because it's really, it's all going to go away. All right? Esau's enterprise is all going to go away. Everything that he built, everything that he took, everything that he tried to store. But Esau thinks we're not going to be able to get to the vaults that he's created, wherever they have them, deep in the earth, wherever. Like he acts like, we can't get to that. Like the angels, like Yahweh and Yahushua can't get to that. But we know that the Lord is going to make him give it all back up. All right. Let me look that up. It should be in Job. It's the same chapter, but actually, Job 20 and 15, it says, he hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. And I like that word vomit, because when you look up the word vomit, all right, check this out. It says to eject matter from the stomach through the mouth. There should be another definition. I can't remember where the definition is now, but vomiting, you know what? I know where it is. Hold up. Let me see if it says it right here, because if not, we'll go to the one in Peter. To vomit up, spew out, disgorge. Salakia, just bear with me. Okay, Salakia, so I guess I can't find it, but when you look into the word vomit, it actually it defines it as a violent ejection. All right, as a violent ejection. So I mean, everybody's thrown up. You know what that shit feels like. It's not good. It doesn't feel good. It hurts your back at the end, your kidneys, you know. And with this scripture right here, 20 and 15, he has swallowed down riches, and yet he shall vomit them up again. That's a lot of riches he's gonna have to vomit up. That's gonna be a long process of vomiting, man. All right, and really, it's violent. You know, the Lord is gonna make him. He's gonna force this man to give it all back. You know, like that gut punch that knocks the air out of you and makes you throw up. That's what's gonna happen to Esau. All right. It says that the Most High shall cast them out of his belly. It literally just said it right after. It says, he shall suck the poison of asps. The viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. Yeah, the prosperity and abundance, the favor. All right. He ain't gonna get to see the glory of the kingdom and be the one to enjoy it. All right. We know what Esau is gonna be in the kingdom with us for. All right. Your end is gonna be bitter. All right, you're going to be slaves. All right, you're going to be back at your position, which was the base. It says, that which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be. That's why it tells you that he's going to have to get double back. All right, he's going to have to pay up double, and he's going to have double done to him because of how cruel he was. See, this is the thing. Like I said, it's bitter. Salakia, that was a crazy stutter. It's bitter having to watch this man get away with what he does. You know, you can't go to human resources and complain about him. You can't go to, you know, the Department of Justice or whatever and file a claim against him. This man simply just gets the fuck away with everything, man. And everything that and actually there was brothers that did videos on this on Esau and like these what is it, the millennials today, their parents and their parents before them, the riches that they got, the reason why they have good credit, this and that, is because they already got it off of Jake. They stole it. All right. There was a brother that brought out a newspaper back in like the 70s and 80s, and it was like three bedroom houses went for like $200-$300 a month for mortgage or for rent or whatever you call it. You know, today a one bedroom can cost anywhere from, you know, $500 to $1,200 a month. Shit, we got a brother in our camp that has to pay that for a one bedroom. You know? So Esau was able to get things easily, but he's gonna have to give it all back up. It says to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein, because he had forsaken because he had oppressed and had forsaken the poor, because he had violently taken away an house which he builded not. What is that? What is that word? What does that look like? Psalm 73 and 6. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covered them as a garment. So this is just proving that this man is, I mean, we're speaking true about this man, because he had violently taken away an house which he builded not. And you got the scriptures to go into that, man. All right. It's shit. There's a whole book on it, man. Check it out. Can't remember who it was by. But yeah. Stolen Continents, The Americas Through Indian Eyes, I believe. Stolen Continent is a book. Ronald White. Ronald Wright, that's the author, Salakia. But that man wrote this book, all right? And it goes into how he talks about the white man stole America. And that's so damn true. We already know this. Thanksgiving, all right, in November. 500 years of conquest and resistance in the Americas. Stolen continents. So, yeah, you can't say that this man, Salakia. No, Salakia, what was I just on? Oh, right here. Because he had oppressed and forsaken the poor, because he had violently taken away an house which he built not. You got other scriptures going into how he didn't give us wages for us building this fucking nasty ass place. All right. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. Therefore shall none of his meat be left. This is why you don't want to be envious of this man. Like I said, it sucks, but really look at his outcome. He ain't going to be able to enjoy any of it. See, Jacob is going to get immortality regardless. After everything after everything Esau and these other nations have done to our people, as much as they've destroyed our minds, all right, put us in the condition we're in, it's the scriptures say in Isaiah 14:1, yet he shall choose Israel, meaning still, after all this mess, after all this good for nothing works that you put out on our people, man, you ain't going to be the one at the top. All right. Job 20:21, there shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. And we got that going on now, man, from the lowest to the top, you know, to figures and icons, I'll say. You know, they even bring out information on this devil. All right. But very soon, it's going to be a narrow sight on this man. He's going to be the most fixated person on the planet. You know, you love all that attention. All right, well, let's just see how much you really love it. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. You know, while he's working, while he's, you know, pushing the while he's working the NWO, all right, pushing the C-hip, okay, you're going to get rained upon, man. It's going to be in the form of thermonuclear fire. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn and cometh out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his goal. Terrors are upon him. This is talking about those thermonuclear missiles, man, the ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles. All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from the Most High, and the heritage appointed unto him by the Most High. Now let's go back to Psalm 73. Let's see, and go back to verse 15. It says, if I say I will speak thus, behold, I should offend against the generation of thy children. When I thought to know this, it was too painful unto me. Until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High, then understood I their end. All right, until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High, then understood I their end. All right, surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou castest them down into destruction. How are they brought into desolation as in a moment? Because the destruction of Esau is going to be in a moment. All right. It says, they are utterly consumed with terrors. As a dream when one waketh, so, O Lord, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image. Because, hey, man, everything that Esau set up to be a representation of him, all right, or what he set up as the standard and, you know, the ideal living, you know, it was everything against what the Lord had originally set up. So the Lord's going to despise it. It says, thus my heart was grieved and I was pricked in my reins. So foolish was I and ignorant. I was as a beast before thee, because it's foolish and a beast like mentality to envy, a wicked man who's prospering. Even Solomon said as well, though a man live 100 years as a sinner, yet it shall be well with the righteous. All right. It says, nevertheless, I am continually with thee. Thou hast holden me by my right hand. Thou shalt guide me with thy counsel, and afterward receive me to glory. See, if we didn't have this word, man, we would have never knew what was right. We would have been envious, and we would have been running still for that fucking dream. All right, that vapor of a dream. All right, they called it the American dream at one point in time, but everybody realized that shit was a lie. It says, whom have I in heaven but thee? And there is none upon earth that I desire beside thee. My flesh and my heart faileth, but the Most High is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. For lo, they that are far from thee shall perish. Thou hast destroyed all them that go a whoring from thee. But it is good for me to draw near to the Most High. I have put my trust in the Lord power, that I may declare all thy works. Which is why this is what we got to run for and make haste to on a daily, constant basis. All right, this is what is to be desired. Okay, don't get caught up with the fake, flashy, plastic shit, man. All right, with the terribly designer goods, like shit, man. Gucci has some ugly shit, man. Louis Vuitton, man, made out of pork, and even then their shit is ugly. Brown and light brown. Like, come on, man. That's not even fucking. That's not even clever. So, anyways, Lord willing, I got the point across. Lord willing, this is edifying. You may see some shit, man, in your time, man, that you just feel is just totally not right. And you're right. With Esau, with this devil ruling, with the nations getting away, with these Durka Elamites, man, selling you liquor, man, and they just look at you like you a dog. Hey, man, very soon the wicked are going to come to naught. All right. So, hey, with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and much love, honors and blessings to the elect of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Hey, Yahweh, Bahashim, Shai, Brakathum, Kwame Sha'ala, Shalom.